It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down at 7. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Gold Gunner, Gold Gunner, Gold Gunner, Gold Gunner.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Barkley, inside handoff. 43 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Go Cyclone! Go Cyclone!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! Daniel Bellinger, 32 yards. And the Giants will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now Hurts looking to change the play. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On second down, here's the option. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the runner crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 39 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Duron Harmon makes the tackle.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll run it again with Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Nothing the score. This is the NFL. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's out of bounds. almost gets to the 10. 17 yards and a giant first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run.
Touchdown, Giants! Darren Waller, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Hey, let's go get one.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Another try for Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers. Timberland. Up.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. First catch in this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Into space at the 45. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Steps away. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, here's Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jones now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now Cobb to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A handoff to Barkley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's going the other way. The big fella. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now, as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that's complete to Shepard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, he had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Dragons 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Go north salad. Go north salad.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Giants take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
And now here's another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another. Oh, they try a lateral on the return. Now the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dragons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Hurts will throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Hey, 73, 73. No, no.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Hurts changing up the play. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Fighting his way through contact. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They'll try to run with Swift. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. On the option right, it's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Second down, here's Hurts. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got a man, complete. Big strides, look at him go. Darren Waller, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. Hey, I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me, I have to tell her it's not that. Oh, do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1